welcome to another episode of Random Rants. If you're just joining us on this community, my name is Ian, and to those of you who have been on this community, thank you for still being with me. Yes, and of course, I think I deserve a round of applause because I didn't actually take time to give you another episode. So yeah, remember the last time we were actually here, we were reading out people's rants, and I told you there was going to be a part two, right? So we're going to just jump right into that. Okay, before we jump right into that, I still want to say thank you to everyone that shared, liked, and commented on the last one. So yeah, let's jump into it. So before we start reading, someone actually could not just, I think she could not just type it. She was just tired, and then she sent a voice note. So we're just going to listen to the voice note, and then we go on from there. So here it is. Let's listen to it together.
The situation of the country have downplayed the label of so many skilled persons in Nigeria. Let me be very practical. You get to see someone who have a BSc, even 4 to 5 years of experience, which makes that person an expert in that field. Negotiating a salary of 150,000.
Tell me about it.
And you'll be asking yourself, this person has a certification, this person have experience that actually shows that he or she is proficient and have more than basic knowledge, let's say intermediate to high level knowledge of the value or she is going to offer, and the person is still deliberating on 150,000 just because people want to survive, people want to stay afloat, people want to be able to afford their basic needs. Some of them are not even thinking about saving. Some of them are just thinking about let me see something at the end of the month, I'll buy rice, buy beans or something. You can imagine. And also in this country where if you are skilled and you are smart, you tend not to get some jobs because people believe you will not be able to pay you. I've experienced that where I've gone for an interview before and everything was going smoothly until they asked me, oh, have you done NYSC? No, I've not done NYSC. And you're already satisfied with my performance, my experience and everything. Just because I've not done NYSC, you're not going to employ me. What makes, I don't know, I call it organizational politics, organizational eye service, because one organization started this thing and then every other one began to follow this. I won't really call it a standard because it's not everybody that follow, because if they actually want to bypass protocol and they do my brother, my sister, or my godfather is your godfather, they send you connection, they would employ that person without asking for NYSC.
Sure.
So that's what I want to rant about, to be very honest.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Yeah, that's a valid rant. Actually, that's a valid rant because I don't know, this job thing. From last week where we had that other rant to this one, it's all about the job and what we have to do for interviewers to see us, or the salary that is being expected and all that. So I think what I'm going to do about this is I really would have to come here with maybe a HR professional or someone, and then let's just talk about it, right? But hey, your rant is very valid. It is really valid, and I feel you. So yeah. Okay, so let's go on to another rant where someone is, I think so basically another person talks about job hunting, low salary, and job hunting, low salary, house rent skyrocketing when I haven't even gotten a house yet. Like, that's very valid, especially this house hunting. House hunting is it's becoming a menace in Lagos especially. Like, you have to think about not just the rent, but the agency fees, the caution fees, the all the other fees that they're actually adding on top. And when you even see the house and what it is that you're paying for, you're just like, what's happening? What really is happening? So yes, I would agree with you for the house rent and the skyrocketing. Even now, even though you are not even safe, even if you've already like gotten a house before, because now landlords just wake up. Like someone told me the other day that a landlord increased a house rent this year from 1.3 to 2.5. How do you do that? 1.3 million to 2.5, and that's just a mini flat. Like, why would you just think that is 1.3 extra, right? If I'm very right with my maths, that's crazy. That's literally crazy. But I don't know. Well, another person says that I'm hungry and food is too expensive. I agree with you. Food is actually very expensive these days. Like, it goes up and down, up and down. Like, today you're not so sure, like you can buy something at an amount today and next week it's actually not even the same amount. So yes, we probably would say that that's always what's been happening, but I don't think it's been this bad before. So it's really bad when it comes to food. Before, you could actually just, even if you didn't want to eat at home, you could go to a restaurant and just treat yourself nice. But now, before you treat yourself nice, you have to think about it, like, is this something I want to invest in? Because if you used to go to a restaurant before and the food used to be 15K, you're sure of it being 50K right now. So you have to think well to actually ask yourself if you want to take yourself out. You understand? Or you want to spoil yourself. My dear, just spoil yourself in your house. So with that rice and that stew, take it easy. Okay, someone else asked another question and said, the red flags people ignore just to meet society's deadline for marriage. That's a big one, right? I really can't speak about it alone, but yeah, I wanted to ask, like, why is there a deadline for marriage? Who set the deadline for the marriage? Was it society? Was it our parents? Is it ourselves? I think for that deadline, from my opinion, I think that most of us grew up with that nudging or stuff from our parents that say before you get to a particular age, you should be married. As much as how they say, oh, when you grow up, you become a doctor and all that. But most females, I think when we were growing up, I remember us always hearing, when you get to your husband's house, when you get to your husband's house, when you get to your husband's house. And then you get to a particular age, and they're like, oh my gosh, you need to get married immediately. You need to get married immediately. You need to get married. So what's this deadline about? What exactly is this deadline about? And I think that most of us really need to sit down and ask ourselves, because even the divorce rate right now is it's alarming. To be realistic with you, it's alarming. Back then in our parents' days, maybe a lot of things were not known through so people just, it's all right, we'll just stay here, we'll just do what we have to do. But these days, I think a lot of people aren't even ready to they're not ready to take in a bit of craziness, if that's what I would call it. And so now, do we say that the deadline of them is the same now? One, why is there a deadline? Isn't marriage supposed to be something about the fact that we want companionship and love, right? So if you haven't found that, why should there be a deadline on when you have to find it? And yes, I know people will talk about the kids. That's another story. That's another conversation entirely. So what I'm going to do is, I will, like I always say, bring somebody in and we're just going to talk about this. I don't want to talk about this conversation alone. I want all of you to drop your comments on what you think about it. Is there is there a deadline, and was it society that dropped this deadline? Let's talk about it. Drop your comments, drop your questions, and I would have someone, let's have this conversation about it so that we all can learn and know what it is about. So yeah, that is gonna be all for today. Please send in more of your rants, and let's rant together. Let's rant together. Let's bear our minds out together. Once we bear our minds, remember, we just let it go. But hey, don't just keep it in. You have this platform, rant, because trust me, life is really lifing, and we all just need somewhere to rant about, and it's a safe space. So no one's even actually knowing who is ranting or who is saying something. We're just all trying to understand why. Why are things this way? But hey, I'm still hopeful things are gonna get better. Even if you're ranting today, doesn't mean things won't get better tomorrow. So be very hopeful, you understand. Do what you have to do. Enjoy your life. As crazy as it is, enjoy your life. Life is really short, so enjoy your life. Have fun, you understand, in the best way you can. And I think that's all. So until next time, please send in your rants, like, share, subscribe, and hey, I'm always here for you. So please send in your comments. Until next time, bye.